best news. I watch a little bit of everything, but I would say probably the top 5 news.
You're watching the Top 5 News.
So many people say you're the smartest person in the world. Well, yes, I watch the Top 5 News show. So tonight we're doing the top 5 stories. And folks, I have to tell you, there's never been anything like it.
Yes, I would like to, but I don't think you watch the top 5 news. Later.
You know, CNN, I wish you could just be a little more like your brother. Top 5 news.
At 5, I'm looking for a steak, some whole milk, and the top 5.
We ain't talking about practice, man. We talking about the top 5 news stories. Stand tall, stay informed. Freedom is at stake. Enjoy the top 5 news.
The truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it, ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is.
A new way to do news, focusing on useful news, and no news that gives you the blues.
Well, good evening, everyone. This is Joe Pelayo on the first day of the rest of your life. We're going to have an amazing, news show for you today. I don't know how I even know, but I just know it's going to be amazing. You ever had that feeling that something's just going to be amazing in your life? And well, I'm glad that you found the show, and I hope that you'll enjoy what we have to say. And we're going to give you 5 stories in 5 minutes that will give you all the news that you can use. I don't know if you ever watched a hour, 2-hour, 3-hour news segment, and you learned a lot about different gangs or crime or problems in your community or in our world. But what we do, we focus on, news that you can use and news that keeps you up to date, of course, right? Because you don't want to be caught in the boardroom and you don't know what's going on. You want to be that guy who knows what's going on. So we try and keep you abreast of what's going on, but without filling up, with a lot of commercials and a lot of taking up a lot of your time. So with that in mind, how about we begin with the first story tonight? This is Joe Pelayo with the top 5 news. Nothing that would make you confused and nothing that would give you the blues. 5 stories in 5 minutes. So if your career is in really high gear, or you're just sitting there in your cubicle box and you're checking your stocks and you're ready to say game over to the work game or anywhere in between, we'd like to recommend a news show to you that has a very practical name. And once you watch it, you'll never be the same. It's the top 5 news, and it happens right now. Good evening, America, and good morning or afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world watching. Here's the top 5 stories that are making waves. And tonight we have, at number 5, Israel escalates strikes on Iran and the U.S. Activists pressure Thune for the SAVE Act. Mel Gibson reveals the Christ Passion of the Christ sequel film. LinkedIn CEO hosts AI career event. Legendary coach Lou Holtz. Story number 5 tonight. Escalating chaos in Iran as Israel declares the next phase of the war. U.S. and Israel launching, and allies. By the way, Spain came along. So all of the countries in Europe on board with what we're doing in Iran to a country. Launching over 2,000 strikes with 6,000 weapons to dismantle the region's military. The death toll has climbed, with strikes expanding to Lebanon and Hezbollah. Story number 4 tonight. GOP activists are ramping up the pressure on Senate Majority Leader John Thune to advance the Save America Act. Now, this bill would require proof of U.S. citizenship, just like a passport or birth certificate or a driver's license to register for the federal elections, plus voter ID at the polls, and it limits the mail-in ballots. The House passed it in April in 2025, and then again on February 11th in 2026, but it's stalled out in the Senate amid filibuster threats. Activists like Scott Pressler, James Woods, and President Trump are calling out the delay and even planning different events in South Dakota, for example, Thune's home turf, to get a move on and push the process forward. Story number 3 today, in the shadowed halls of Rome, a figure rises from the tomb. Mel Gibson's bold sequel, The Resurrection of the Christ, Part 1. Gibson directs a co-written Randall Wallace that spans from the fall of the angels to Jesus' descent in Sheol. Filming began in Italy last August with Jakun Atunen, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, as Jesus and Maria Garriga as Mary Magdalene. The story splits into 2 parts this time around. This is the continuation. Did you see it many years ago? I don't know what happens in your bubble. When I ask people, did you see the Passion of the Christ? You know what they all say? Oh my goodness, that cross scene, unforgettable, right? So part 2 is coming out, 25 years later or whatever it is. Part 1 scheduled to premiere on Good Friday, March 26th, and then part 2 would be focused on the Ascension Day, and it'll come out as a separate movie. Part 2 will be May 6, 2027. And Lionsgate is betting big on the epic battles between good and evil. Controversy swirls over Gibson's past, but the film promises a powerful resurrection of faith on the screen. Story number 2, I'm counting down from 5 to 1. LinkedIn CEO Ryan Roslansky warns AI won't replace you, but someone using AI might. We've been talking all about that on this show. Did you see the story, the automobile shop? I think in China, they had robots log in and they clocked their first 3 hours on the job, and they got 90% of what they were supposed to do correct. Will the robot assembly worker take over, and will the assembly worker job go the way of the cashier? We'll keep you informed here. Research shows that 2/3 of corporate leaders won't consider candidates without AI skills now, and nearly 70% chance of 70% of the job skills will change by 2030. Think of that. 70% of all the job skills right now today will change by the year 2030. Are you learning AI? I just did a post imploring people, make a picture of a fish, put it in the pond. It's not hard, but you need to be using AI right now. Otherwise you're falling behind. Ask it to write you a letter. You can always change it. You could delete the whole thing. See how it does. Ask it to do a video for you. Ask it to do a picture for you. You need to get on the AI bandwagon. 70% of jobs are going to change between now and 2030. That's 5 years. You remember 5 years ago? Goes by quick. Roslansky, Open to Work, in his book, talked about how to get ahead in the age of AI. It's co-written by Anish Raman, and he lays out exactly what you need to do in your career to stay ahead. And he and Raman will be on a live event on the platform on March 24th. Story number 1 tonight, the number 1 story, making the rounds, legendary Notre Dame coach Lou Holtz has died at 89. The Hall of Fame coach led Notre Dame to a perfect 12-0 season, national championship in 1988, and he built 249 wins, 132 losses, and 7 ties, record across 6 programs. Tributes poured in from Jerome Bettis and Governor Ron DeSantis. Funeral services are set for March 15th and 16th at Notre Dame in honor of Coach Holtz. Here are 6 timeless quotes from Lou Holtz. It's not the load that breaks you down. It's not the load that breaks you down. It's the way you carry it. Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. Never tell your problems to people. 80% don't care, and the other 20% are glad it's you. No one has ever drowned in sweat. When all is said and done, more is said than done. Do the right thing, do the best you can, and always show people you care. Joe Piscopo also quoted Lou Holtz. He said, "If you want to be happy for a lifetime, put your faith in Jesus Christ. If you want to teach a man to fish, give him a fish. If you want him to be happy for a lifetime, have him put his faith in Jesus Christ. Rest in peace, Lou Holtz, coach, author, and mentor to many of us, not in person, but in his books. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. That's it for the top 5 news. Your full update for the stories that are affecting our world. Which story hits you? Drop it in the comments. Hit a like and subscribe and a repost and all that good stuff. And we'll see you here tomorrow with 5 new stories. Stay informed. Keep the pace. I'm out of here. See you tomorrow, everyone. Thanks for listening.